Yeah, listen, there's a lot on the games at this stage of the season. That's the difficulty of when you're in the bottom six. You know, up until last week, every team in the bottom six couldn't breathe easy. There was a lot of teams with so much to play, and there was a pressure and there's anxiety there for the boys. I mean, we knew, somebody said to us today, if we won the day, we couldn't be relegated automatically, and I wasn't even thinking that, genuinely wasn't thinking that. I was just trying to maintain a bit of form. That's 3-2-0 victories in the last 4 games. We've obviously run into Celtic Park in between, Celtic Park in between times, but the form we've shown in the last few games has been pleasing. 3 clean sheets, 3 2-0 wins in the last 4 games. It's a type of form that I know we're capable of, type of form we expect. But it's easier said than done. The players have got to go out and perform, and there's a lot on it. I mean, people slag our pitch, rightly or wrongly, but the pitch was awful today. It's so difficult, and for Simo and his players who want to really make the game expansive and play, it's a challenge. And I was really pleased with opening half an hour. I thought Davy Watson scores a very good goal. It gets us on our way, but I didn't like the last 15 minutes of the first half. I thought St Johnstone finished the season, the half stronger. I thought they were arriving time and time again, putting too many crosses into our box without that pressure. So we made a wee adjustment at half time. Mackenzie coming on, Bobby coming off. We go with one striker, flattening out the midfield, and we just felt then that they kept running into a body, and we were kind of set in our shape. And we've just become a counter-attack team. We didn't need to be brilliant today, but we did need to be responsible. We needed to be mature, we needed to be professional, and that's exactly what we were. And we get the second goal on a transition. Danny and Rory combine. I wasn't convinced it was a penalty at the time, and obviously the referee says they were checking it, and the fourth official says he thought there was enough there to be a penalty. That was a kind of so. We've managed to get a break there, but it was a good bit of play from Danny and Rory, and Danny tucks it away. And I think from then on in, we stayed calm and we've seen the game out. And obviously St Johnstone have to then try and throw things at it, change shape 2 or 3 times, and we've just got to try and negate that. But I thought we were very efficient in the last part of the game. Could have scored another one, but we'd have grabbed a 2-0 victory here at the start, and the boys were good enough to get the job done.
How good a feeling will it be going back home on the bus, knowing that you've put in that performance and it was effective and efficient, and you can obviously be pleased with the day's work? Yeah,
I think it's. Listen, for us. I know there was always a capability of us finding reform. It's just took too long to get that consistency. I thought I've said to you often enough about the first round of fixtures. I thought we'd be good enough to make it up, the red cards in Europe, and kind of gave ourselves a lot to do to make up. And I always thought we were good enough to make it up. But for one reason or other, whether it's injuries or whether just not enough points on the road, we've found ourselves just this side of the top 6. But our form since the first round of fixtures is top 6 form, and I knew we were capable. I think it's clear getting Stuart Findlay back's been massive. And it was you don't like singling anybody out, but there's a reason we're getting clean sheets. We look a wee bit more like ourselves again. We look a wee bit more like the team that was churning out results after result last season. And I just think, although we've got injuries in certain positions, I think even you see the strength of the bench, particularly in terms of attacking options. It was good just to get the job done. We look forward to Saturday now at home, get 2 home fixtures out of the last 3 games. And just try to maintain it. We want to give the fans as many highlights and good days between now and the end of the season. And I think today was a good day for the support. It was a huge support from the club coming up. The fans, a lot of them have been back disappointed with a lot of away performances in terms of results. I think we've been close, and some of our performances have merited a bit more, but today it was just all about making sure the win was so important, and we've sent the supporters home happy. You can see the way the fans responded to the players at the end, the way the players responded to the fans throughout the game. So it was a good day for us, and hopefully we can have a few more between now and the end of the season.
Can I just ask you about Bobby? There's been a couple of reports this week he's maybe agreed a move to Swansea. Is that something you can comment on just now?
Well, until that's confirmed, because I don't think it's anything's been finalised there, but I think it's looking likely. I spoke to Bobby back end of last week and the start of this week, and I think that deal's looking likely, but it's still not done yet. And listen, I think once that does get done, we can speak about that and wish Bobby on his way. But I can't really say for any certainty if the reports are accurate. I just know there is an interest, but I don't think it's finalised yet.
You say that the bottom six started when none of the teams having any kind of breathing space. Do you feel like there is that bit of a relief for you guys tonight?
Going into this weekend's fixtures, Motherwell were the only team in the bottom six that could breathe easily, and obviously they've got another result today. There's still so much on it. The way the Scottish League's set up with 12 teams, this is always a possibility. Sometimes there's a team that's really detached all the time, but you know, I come into this game thinking, and St Johnstone will leave. He hears Simo, he's full of encouragement and belief, and if they had beaten us today, they'll feel they can go and beat Ross County next week, and all of a sudden it's so tight. So the way the Scottish League's set up, this is always a real possibility. It's too much pressure, it's anxiety, it's exciting, because obviously the league's won at the top end of the table. There's a battle for third. And this is the next best thing for a day. It's exciting, but it shows your importance of just those thin lines of being a top six team and a bottom six team, because ultimately when you come into, if you're in the bottom six fixtures, you're playing a lot of high pressure games, and that's a good thing for our boys. I've got the benefit of having worked with them now, a lot of them now for 3 years, and at this stage of the season we have always turned up, always got the job done, whether it's in the first season, the second season, last season, and now obviously this season. So that's 4 years at this time of the season, when there's been a lot of high pressure games. The experience, professionalism, maturity of the team's shown, and I get there's been a lot of anxiety and pressures and what if this and about the club, and I get that, that's natural, but from the professional part of it and from the staff and the players, there was always an inner confidence that teams in and around us we would deal with the situation, and thankfully up until now we've dealt with it. We've got next Saturday to go and try and deal with it as well. We just want to try and finish the season as strong as possible.